Okay, so interesting space for me to be in. Originally, I thought the smart thing to do would be to run it in solo to show y'all how like the deck works a little bit, and then go over the deck list. But I'm gonna do the inverse. This is every deck that I've ever made. Well, not ever, but this is every deck that's survived. Some of these have titles that make sense, others don't. Um, so now we go to the modern 25. I opened a 30 pack. I opened a 30 pack of the anniversary joints, and then I made all the cards that I was missing pretty much. These are all of the cards that we have now, and I will explain the logic behind it and everything else. So originally we were missing 3 Regenesis Archfiend, we were missing Palladium, we were missing SP. You see this is 13. I think I want to put IP in here, but we'll talk about that in a second. This is also how you know that I got the other pack, or how I got the 3000 pack, because minus the clip that I should put at the head of the video, this is here. Or put at this point in the video, this is here. Yeah. I got the alt arts for Dark Magical Circle. I want the alt art for Secrets of Dark Magic. Different story, different conversation. Point is, this deck is called the 25 or the 52. You see, 2 and 5 is kind of what we're around here. If y'all got a better name, give me the better name. But all based around 2500. So with Regenesis, as you know, 2500 off, 2500 attack, 2500 defense, you can special summon. Around Dark Magician, I pretty much have ways to, if I go from Magician Soul to Dark Magician, as long as there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Regenesis and any well, pretty much any Regenesis in my hand, not Fiend, but pretty much any Regenesis in my hand, it gives me extra excuse me, it gives me extra bodies. My goal is to compete Master Ladder, knock that out completely, move on, take this into, I guess, IRL, local, regional, YCS. I think that's the order that goes, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the order that goes. And this is the foundational deck that will be there. So I'll go over the main deck first. Really quick. It's Dark Magician, Shining Sark, and Regenesis, based around 2500. If somebody wants like a more detailed explanation than just that, I can give you that, but for the most part, I'm gonna assume that you have knowledge about, you know, what's already there. We'll use Shining Sark for situations like getting Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic out, and then we'll use that to extend into other plays, leading to hopefully Dragoon, Dark Magician of Destruction, Mysterion, the Dragon Crown. Hope that makes sense. Do have hand traps here, double Ash, 1 Ghost Ogre, double Bell. I have 5 mana here because originally I had Arthalion in the deck and he's not here anymore. So I think that 5 mana has to come out unless someone has like a play or a thought process that they want to run by me. I'm also obviously willing to listen. Both Magnemite and Drew's Worm are in here in case I need like a light bail, and they're 2500. So obviously fits straight into the archetype still. Tamias is in here. I do not run Gaze of Tamias. I do not run Eternal Soul. I do not run Soul Servant because this is not a pure DM deck, and I don't like the fact that Eternal Soul not only doesn't, it has protection, but it doesn't have the recursion ability that something like True Light does. So to me, it's not as valuable. You can't just keep ripping Eternal Soul back. You can pretty much rip True Light back. As someone that played like a lot of Blue Eyes, When True Light gets popped, I don't worry. I've popped people's Eternal Soul and they quit. Sorry. Double Imperm, Lightning Storm for back row, Dark Ruler no more, Saving Grace. One Day of Peace can also go here for some people. I don't like it, but Ultimate Slayer, because some of the decks, most of the decks at higher levels are going to be closer to meta. I'm not trying to get smoked doing that. Super Poly with Super Poly targets of Guardian Chimera, 3 bodies, and if you somehow manage to get out 5 bodies or 4 bodies or something like that, or maybe in certain cases you have one monster on and you're waiting for an effect to trigger, we do have Goddess here just to pull that and get rid of that and take that off the board. I think that about explains everything. Meiji is here, but I'm not exactly sure how to get him out. What I thought I could do, but I just haven't had the opportunity, is Illusion of Chaos and King of the Swamp into it, but I'm not 100% sure if that works that way. Forbidden Droplet here, double Imperm and 1 Impulse. Before anybody asks, part of the reason why some of the cards aren't generated is because free to play have not played for anything. That Dice Rally event that I am probably gonna go play after I'm done, after I post this video, or finish playing because it's the last day for it after I post this video, was a lifesaver pretty much. Ascension Sky Dragon is here because I like the concept of a modern day Yugi deck, and maybe that's what this deck turns into. I'm high on the Chaos cards, but I don't love the Chaos cards. Before anybody's like, you could throw Chaos in here. I think that Chaos will work really well in here, but everybody keeps telling me that Chaos doesn't go with DM, or it's not supposed to, and that Chaos is supposed to be its own archetype. And while I do kind of agree, I also do understand the perspective that they can splash. Decks are usually not one archetype. They're usually up to 3. 4 if you can find like a thinly veiled line, but they're usually up to 3. Typhon is in here for essentially a turn ender if I just need to get out of the round, and playing more meta decks. As long as I can get something on board, I can use Typhon to help that space. Wabaku and Goddess are here. I want to come back to these, as well as WP Fancy Ball. They're here because of how many bodies I can produce. And because I can produce so many bodies, it's easy to just, not fodder them out necessarily, but if Archfiend is the starter, you're almost always going to end up with Wabaku on board. And if I can get an Archfiend on board, I'm usually, especially going second, I'm usually 1 body away from a Goddess. I think that's everything. The only thing that I would ask is, if you're watching this, give me some ideas for what else you would put in the extra deck, because being mindful that this is not pure DM. I'm not against anything. I can get 4s, I can get 5s in terms of links, so consider those things. I'm gonna take you to the solo now, so y'all can get like an idea and actually see just kind of how the deck works. Not fully, but kind of. Okay, while I do, let me also say this. While I do know that it would probably be better go up against like the Fire King solo, I think that this is a better way for me to like give y'all an idea of like what exactly I'm doing, what exactly I want the deck to do, what exactly how exactly I want to run it. And the reason why I had prior done the inverse of where I am now is because I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to duel and not misplay and talk to y'all at the same time. And here I can do that a little more easily. We'll add Magician Soul. That's probably a different play I could have done there, but send, and then we will pull up, yep. So see, weird space to be in, but technically I can go into miasma. I can go into miasma. I can get Drew's Worm on field. I can also aim this with Dragoon. Because it's a solo, I won't. Because it's a solo, I won't. I don't want to overextend and overdo it. Flip this. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to go off. But I do want it flipped. I think I should win the whatchamacallit here. That's fine. Yeah, so I don't want to be like 30 deep and overextending. Oof. That 3,300 is not bad. Yeah, we can pop whatchamacallit for this. And then once they attack, oh, that's cool too. I thought I thought they were gonna go straight into battle phase, trigger off. Ooh. Oh, that does solve one problem though. And we go here, and we go there. So see, like certain things now, a little easier, a few more legs underneath them. And then we can grab Sage and pull Sage back. And see, even there, right? That's the other reason why I said what I said. I misplayed. Because I probably should have done. I probably should have grabbed Warrior there instead. And see now, this is point 2. I have so many bodies on hand. Flipping this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can get Goddess here. Yep. Up. Ooh. Didn't expect that. Actually, I'll just get rid of Sage. And then we have Goddess. It's so easy to just pop bodies out left and right. And now here, because he doubled, I can do Typhon, but I won't. I'll leave Goddess on board. It actually should be game. It has 5,000, 8,000. Simple, quick enough. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Now, granted, I will say this before anybody's like, this does not prove that like I'm guaranteed to just smoke the ladder, but it does give you an idea of like what the purpose is, right? I'm trying to bring out a bunch of bodies and then get them back. And before anybody says it, the feeling of this came from the fact that I ran Blue Eye Centurion back in the day. Not back in the day, it's dated on this. I'll go through those decks one day. But I ran Blue Eye Centurion and love the fact that like it felt like I was never out of plays, and I want that diversity and ability to be there. I want something that's kind of priding itself on like my ability to remember routes and know angles and things like that. Yeah, I hope y'all will be back for like the real episode 1. I'll probably title this like 0.5 or something like that. Where we'll actually like start the ladder climb. Actually, I'll probably make this episode 1 and then the ladder climb will be like episode 2. But anyway, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna see y'all probably, if not tomorrow, then in a couple of days. But yeah, because I want to go finish this dice rally. Y'all have a good one. Not with this deck, by the way, but I want to go finish dice rally. Y'all have a good one.